Hello, my name is Bryce and I work with Dan over at BragDeal. I just wanted to make this video to quickly illustrate some things for the management of lifetime home furnishings. When I spoke to Dan about you guys earlier, he sent me this picture of a list of keywords that your current SEO provider is working on for you. And that's all well and good, and I see here that you're in position 1 for a lot of those Vancouver-based keywords. But we really do have to take a look at these keywords and do proper keyword research before we do anything else. Keyword research really is the cornerstone of any good SEO campaign. You really need to understand what keywords you're after, what their search volumes are, how much competition there is for each keyword. So to start off with, I just kind of ran these keywords through my my tool. I actually use something called Jaxi. And Jaxi is a keyword research tool that allows me to see out of any given keyword how many times was it searched in the last 30 days on Google. Out of that, how much competition is there for that specific keyword, and that kind of gives me an overall red light, green light, yellow light indicator as to whether we should pursue that keyword or work towards it, or if it's worth it. So this is a really handy tool. So what I've done then is I've started off and I ran all of your keywords. So like these keywords here, I put them through my tool, and this is what comes out at. Now, let me just take a look at these keywords here. Now, a lot of these keywords that you're ranked on the first page for, it's obvious why. There's absolutely no search volume whatsoever. Like for this keyword, these keyword phrases, let's mark it with this color. And anything here that you see being marked as less than 10 has no significant search volume whatsoever. So it's really easy to rank for these ones, obviously, because nobody's actually searching the terms. So you really have to take a look at this keyword list with a grain of salt and understand that we need to understand what the search volumes are and what the competition levels are to see if these keywords are worth it at all. Those ones I would throw right out the window. Let's take a look at some of these other ones here. So now, these ones here with this SEO power score is basically out of 100, 100 being the best. These ones I would flag as having too much competition and also not worth the struggle to try to rank for them. Let's see here. I would say the same thing about this one. This looks to be an acceptable keyword. I kind of like this one. So let me just mark that there in green. Also, these two, even though there's not a great deal of search volume, they're still good keywords with relatively good competition values and a good SEO score. This is just another variation of this one up here. So leather sofa beds with the S and without the S. And also leather, these keywords are good. So out of that entire list here, I would only actually recommend maybe the variations on this keyword, leather sofa bed and leather sofa beds, as well as maybe these ones as well. So what I've done there is I've taken those 3 or 4 keywords that I like out of that list, and then I've also run my own keyword research using Jaxi to come up with another set of keywords here that I think would be better for your campaign. Now here's my keyword research over here, and I'm kind of going after different kind of more generic terms that or terms that specifically people are actually searching for in Vancouver. Like people have typed in furniture stores Vancouver 537 times in the last 30 days. We would stand to get about 92 organic hits if we were on the first page for that. There's 173 sites competing for that keyword phrase and an SEO power score of 82. So out of these, I would probably look for the ones that mention Vancouver, that are geographically modified keywords. So like furniture stores Vancouver, I would probably try to rank for. So I think that's a good keyword. These ones we can use. I'm not sure if you guys actually do design there or not, but we could look at those for like blog posts or something else as well. Let me just tag the ones here that I think are a good start for you guys as opposed to these ones. Okay. Oops. So yeah, as you can see here, we're trying to find keywords that have a good, decent search volume, that have moderate competition values that we can at least rank for it. A lot of the keywords that were used over here either had too poor search volume or the competition values were out of step, and it wouldn't have really worked very well. So the point I'm getting is that I did run a complete analysis for your business, a complete SEO audit that I'll include in this email as well. But I just wanted to show you that instead of using these keywords in my reporting and in my audits, I didn't find that those keywords were very good at all. So I'm using my list of keywords, plus down here I've added the 4 from this list over here that I'm going to include in the list that I'm going to use for our reporting. So I just wanted to make this brief video for you to show you how that works. Now that you know that I'm going to be using this set of keywords for our reporting, let me just pull up a report that I've built for you guys. So I took those keywords plus your site here and took a look throughout your site, and then I ran a series of audit reports that I'll send you as well. Now here they are here. So now within this local SEO dashboard for Lifetime Home Furnishings, I've set up a ranking report, a citation tracking report, a Google My Business report, and a local search audit. So let's just start here from the top. Now, one thing I want to be very clear about is Google is very specific about what it calls the NAP, or name, address, phone number. So we have to be very consistent with how we use your name, address, and phone number across the internet. Every time that Google sees a matching NAP or name, address, phone number, it lends a little bit of authority or credibility to your website and gives you a little boost in rankings. So let's just start off here with the ranking report for Lifetime Home Furnishings as it is right now. So again, this is kind of like an aggregate report that'll show you as I continue to run reports compared to the last one to see how we're ranking and how our efforts are going. Just scroll down a little bit. Here on the left hand side you can see the keywords that I'm analyzing, that I'm seeing where your site ranks for them. Now up top here you can see the ones that I brought in from or the keywords that I thought were usable within this list. I brought over and ran a report on them. Now sure enough, the keywords that they've been working on, like leather sofa beds, leather sofa bed, sofas Vancouver, you do have some limited rankings here. Actually it's pretty good. So leather sofa beds, you're on the 3rd position in what's called the snack pack or the local group, and the 5th organic position. So now if you actually, on these reports, click down on that, on the number itself, and then click on, you can see that you're in rank position number 3 and on page 1. So if you click on view search results here, it'll actually take you to Google with that search term populated, and will show you that sure, you're number 3 in the snack pack, and here you are as an organic listing as well. So this report is intended to show you how your website ranks across different search engines for different keywords. So the ones that they've been working on, pretty good so far for the ones that are actually good keywords. But there's a whole lot of other ones down here that, from within my keyword list here, like Vancouver Modern Furniture, Furniture Vancouver, Vancouver Furniture Store, these kind of terms that people are actually searching in Google. I don't find that your site ranks very well for them all at all, except for the 2 or 3 that I got from the other list that were actually worthwhile keywords. So again, this is how you read this report. So here on Yahoo, you're in position number 36 or page 4. And again, you just need to click here. It'll populate the Yahoo with that, and then you would have to scroll down to actually to page 6 to see your result there, or page 4, I mean. Let's see here. So this is the ranking report in a nutshell. Let's move on to citations. So citations are mentions of your business in a local business directory like Yelp or 411 or anything else like that. Now, you guys do have quite a few citations. I've noticed that it looks like somebody did some work as far as building citations, and citations are incredibly important, again, because it's a place for the name, address, phone number to exist, and for Google to make a correlation between the name, address, phone number on the citations and the ones that are actually on your website. So let's scroll down and take a look at this report. So there's a couple of tabs across the top here. The first one here, top citations. So there's 31 real top websites here in Canada that Google definitely checks to see if your website is on and if the NAP information is correct. So if you scroll down here, you can see, okay, so you have a Facebook listing. The name, address is correct, although the phone number is not. Like, I understand that this is your phone number for, let's see here, like 604-336-SOFA. But for the purposes of this report, I use this as your primary telephone number. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that there needs to be consistency across the board with all of these. Like if you're going to use this phone number, then use it all over the place. If you're going to use this one, then use this one all over the place. But in Facebook, we have this phone number. In Foursquare, we have that phone number. Yellow Pages goes back to that number. So anywhere where you see red here, it's considered to be an error or non-matching NAP. So we would need to go back and address these and fix these. Also, all of these here in the top 31 that you do have listings on, that's all fantastic, but we need to actually build out your citations for all of these. And not just these top 31, but also here you can see the here's a total list of your active citations. You can sort here by citation authority and see how we're doing there. And it looks pretty good so far, but if you tab over here to the potentials tab, you can see these are your competitors. Other people in the furniture business that are also ranking on Google. And this shows us where they have citations where you potentially do not. Like the majority of your competition lists with the BBP. Even a free listing there. Or the Yellow Pages, the French version of the Yellow Pages, for instance. So we can use this report here to kind of reverse engineer your competitors' results and try to get the same results that they do, or same rankings as they do. So now I'll move over here to the next report, which is the Google My Business. Now, let me just pull this up here. So now the Google My Business is actually a report just solely based on your Google Plus business page for your business. Now, the Google Plus business page is incredibly powerful. This is where Google likes to see reviews. This is also what drops that pin on the map when somebody searches for your products and services. So when I pull up your guys' G Plus page, I can see here all the reviews that I've made or that people have done in the past, which is fantastic. We also look over here, there's a bunch of tabs where various different keywords that you should be getting found for. We can tab here to see who is actually in the top 10 or in the top 3 of these results. So for the term Furniture Stores Vancouver, you guys are over 50. Like these other businesses here are definitely within the top 10, and we want to try to get you there as well. Furniture Vancouver, same deal. So your G Plus page has a lot to be desired as far as showing up within the snack pack, so that you're found right away for various different things. And again, I just want to reiterate what the snack pack is here. I'll show you again. With something that you currently rank for, like leather sofa bed, for instance. When you see this little B here, that means that you're in the local group. Where to go? Down here. Yeah, so this is the local group, the ones that show up like this. Just to make that point. So we really do need to work on your Google Plus business page to get you into that local pack a lot more for these various different keywords. The last report I wanted to show you here is the local search audit. Now, the local search audit is more like it's more like an amalgam of these other reports as well as other things. So this shows us for the various different sections that are important to SEO. That shows us a green light, yellow light, red light kind of indicator as to what areas of your website need to be worked on or your SEO. And we can see here that your link authority is poor, your search rankings are poor, your G Plus My Business page needs work, and also on-site SEO needs something to be done. Your social channels look good, reviews look good, and your local listings look good. So at least we got a leg up there. So, and then you follow down here, so link authority, and then this is the link authority section here where you can see that your competitors' average domain authority is 47, and yours is like almost 14, so we need to work on your domain authority. We also need to work on your search rankings so that using the keywords that are actually relevant and people are actually searching, we want to try to be found for those as opposed to keywords where there is no search volume whatsoever and no one is searching those terms. So we need to work on your search rankings here and potentially choose a completely different set of keywords and try to integrate those into your website. Your local business listings are actually looking pretty good here. You've got quite a few of the major ones, but there is some consistencies or inconsistencies with the phone number and the formatting, and that stuff. It may seem insignificant, but it truly is important, and we need to address it. Your reviews look really good here. I see 70 reviews, 39 on G+, 27 on Facebook, 4 on Yelp, all very, very good. And here's a list of some of those. Your Google My Business page is, again, like I said, we need to work on this one because you're not in the top 10 usually, and definitely not in the top 3 or the snack pack. So we need to work on that. This is a brief report on your on-site SEO, and we went out and crawled 200 of your pages on your website. The page load speed, just let me quickly load up this tool here. So this is the Google Page Speed Tools Insight tool to allow us to see if your site loads in an appropriately fast amount of time. It's here that you might need a little bit of work as far as optimizing your website for speed and getting that page speed loaded up quickly so that people don't bounce away from your site. So your page speed is something that we should address. A lot of other internal technical things look to be pretty good. Got a few broken links, not many. Let's see here. You have an SSL security layer installed on your website. That's awesome. A few missing meta descriptions, but that's not too bad. Quite a few of the images do not contain alt tags, which you could definitely benefit from if you started using alt tags. Again, this goes towards responsive design on your website, which it is responsive, but the mobile page speed load time is quite poor. We would need to address that. The physical address, we need this to appear on every single page of your website. I can't stress enough how important the address is for SEO. It's everything. It's what it's based on. So we need to make sure that the physical address is listed on all pages, as well as on the address on the contact page. I see your phone number is on every page, so that's awesome. Also, something else that we need to address or include or integrate into your website is the HTML schema markup language. This is a bit of code that we can add to your website to actually tell the search engines what your website is about without them having to crawl the whole thing. So it really does speed it up, and the search engines award sites that have the schema integrated. Allows them to quickly identify the business name, address, city, and phone number. I'm not sure if it's just my tool that's wrong or if you don't have Google Analytics installed, but I'm showing here a red flag, meaning that you do not have them installed, so we should probably take a look at that. We definitely need to quantify all of these things, including keywords, and see the results. We need to see what kind of traffic you're getting. I see that you got Facebook and Twitter installed. And then this next appendix here, it's basically just a link or an analysis of every single page on your website as far as the meta title, the meta description, and then this kind of graph down below shows if there's any issues with the page itself. The load speed is a problem there. There's a couple missing alt tags. Schema is not integrated and the address is not present on the site on that page. So those kind of things you need to go through here and address. Like for instance, this is the only page tile there for the FAQs page, no meta description and other issues. So you can go through this at your leisure and see what issues are on the various different pages and what we need to do to try to better your results and get you better rankings in the search engines for your business. I guess that's about it as far as my analysis. It really does come down to proper keyword research, knowing what keywords you actually want to pursue and knowing which ones not to pursue, and then actually setting up this type of reporting here so we can actually see what we want to approach or do or what is next. As far as the citations, we should then start beginning to correct these ones and completing the ones where you don't currently have a listing, as well as going after and reverse engineering your competitors' citations. All that citation building will help with your Google Plus business page, as well as we need to optimize this and try to get better rankings for keywords across different searches. And again, the local search audit is kind of an amalgam of the other reports and gives you kind of an overview of how your website is doing in the search engine's eyes and what we need to do to correct it. So if you have any questions or concerns, just bring them up with Dan, and I'll do my best to be as transparent as possible and show you exactly what needs to be done here. Okay guys, I really thank you for your time. Have a good day.